For the record, I'm not hiding. I'm valiantly staving off the inevitable. My wife's making me take a breathing class tonight. I didn't even know there was a wrong way. Thank God my kids are afraid of hard work, or they'd be down here begging me for money and the transportation to spend it. I'm not a father. I'm a carbon-based cash machine. Being a father was so much easier for my dad. The ability to pee while standing up was the only qualification to establish dominance. But nowadays, guys have to start wars or scale mountains that have been climbed a zillion times just to prove we still matter. That's why I like it down here. Everything's on the surface. There's no mystery, no ambiguity, no compromise. Not even the wind can interfere as I bend nature to my will. Don't get me wrong. I love my family. I just don't always like them. Good one, Stutts.
What the hell is going on in there? It sounds like a bomb went off. I'm sorry I called 911 last night, but if this is your way of getting back at me, that's absolutely...
Worry, I can handle this.
Good morning, Earth parents.
Morning, Ozzy.
I prefer that you use my proper name from now on.
Sorry, Mr. Kent.
Oh my God, what did you do?
Nothing.
Am I missing something here?
His hair, you can't see that.
Yeah, I can see it. So what?
Your son just took a hacksaw to his head. That doesn't set off any alarms?
Not when it's him.
Okay. You sweep, I parent. I swear to God, sometimes I think your father suffers from male pattern blindness.
I heard that.
Well, I never said you were deaf, honey. You have such beautiful hair. Why did you do this to yourself?
I'm tired of sugary cereal. Can I have eggs?
This cereal pays half our mortgage. You'll eat it all and like it.
Am I the only person in this house who can hear a baby crying?
Thank you, Stella. Oh, come here, is Mama's little man hungry?
You can have my cereal.
You know, it might help me develop an emotional bond with my little brother if he had a name.
We're getting closer. We've just agreed to enter binding arbitration. I need to get to the hospital. Honey, can I borrow some cash for parking? Marcy? Have you started smoking again?
No, that isn't my purse.
Then whose purse is it?
I'd like to know how you'd punish your daughter if you caught her doing something stupid like this.
That's easy. I'd let her get an apartment and buy her a Vespa.
Calm down, Marcy. Remember our breathing lessons.
And what exactly are you doing to help?
What? This isn't my fault.
And this isn't a hockey game you can watch from the luxury box. She's your daughter, too.
Can we get this over with? I'm gonna be late for school.
Don't get lippy, young lady. You are in more trouble than you know.
Oh yeah, because you won't tell me what it is.
And I'm getting sick and tired of doing everything around here.
So what should I do? She's too old to spank, we can't tie her up in the yard, and you've taken rendition right off the table.
You think you can do better, Stutts? Be my guest. Just don't backslide later.
Maybe you could lock me in my room for a week.
Well, that's
No way! That'd be like locking you up in a Wi-Fi playpen.
You could take away my cell phone?
Well, that...
No, what if I need to get in touch with you?
You are completely incapable of delegating, aren't you?
What? I don't... Please, punish on.
Maybe I should wait outside while you two get your act
Do you
together.
believe the nerve on this one? I have half a mind.
I thought Dad was handling this.
He is. I am. And I'm gonna come down on you so hard, it's gonna make Guantanamo look like cheerleader camp.
Do your worst. But I won't be treated like a baby anymore. The second you turn your backs, I'm gonna get a tattoo.
Maybe I better take over. If you mess up at all, our daughter will be disfigured.
Oh, what's the big deal? You had a tattoo when you were 16.
What? Really? What else did you do back then? Sex? Drugs? Drive-bys?
Thank you for completely shattering my credibility.
Don't worry.
I can straighten out Stella without any backup. Easy peasy, Japanesey.
Fine, but if you screw up and she gets a tattoo, I'm naming our baby.
So Marcy offered up the bait and you took it. Hook, line, and sinker.
It's a slam dunk, Dick. I can handle my own kids.
But didn't Marcy already say you can name the next baby?
What do you think about naming him after me?
Chester, not on your life. I want to name him Osceola.
Osceola? Can't we at least pick an American name?
It is an American name, an ancient American name, held by the greatest chief of the Seminole tribe. I want our son to have a name that puts him head and shoulders above the rest of his class. A name that thrusts him into a position of leadership.
A name like that, he'll thrust his head in a urinal.
Oh! Right after that, Marcy played the vasectomy card, am I right? If your urologist hadn't botched that job, you wouldn't even be having this problem right now. Time! Sorry, God, not in my house. Let's get some lunch. We'll take my new Bentley.
Sure, just let me find my glasses.
They're on your forehead.
Hey, Dick, have you ever heard of a condition called male pattern blindness?
Are you kidding? I just did a 20K walkathon to raise awareness for it.
Really? Do you think I might have it?
It's hard to say, Stutts. Well, it's not like you get a throbbing canker on your mouth every month as a friendly reminder.
Guess I'm part of the problem and not the solution.
Don't worry, buddy. Let me be your eyes. You just keep doing what you do best. Passing gas. Get my Bentley pulled up, please.
I've been way too soft on these kids. Time to step up, let them know what it's like to have a male role model. I wish my dad was still around. I could use a good role model right about now, even a negative one.
Careful with those clubs, Stutts. They're worth more than you are. I never wanted kids.
That was the last time I saw him alive. How was I to know the little bastard couldn't swim? But I'm gonna find a punishment that turns Stella around. Bring back the daughter I once knew and liked, and prove to my wife she can't go it alone. If only I could get inside my goddamn house!
You're an idiot, Stutts. Ossie! Stella! You wanted to see me, Mr. Kent?
Yes, Mr. Stuttlemeyer?
Stuttlemeyer.
That's right, Stuttlemeyer. I heard about your little pack for the baby's naming rights and would like to offer my services.
Don't worry about it. I've got that all covered.
Do you? The choosing of a child's name should never be taken lightly. So, I've taken the liberty of downloading some punishments forbidden by the Geneva Convention. I suspect that they'd be quite persuasive on my big sister, if applied with the proper zeal.
Hey, are you all right? What happened there?
Nothing. What do you expect when you put too many hamsters in one cage?
This happened at school? That looks pretty bad. I better get some Bactine.
Cut it out! You're acting just like Mom.
Yeah, and the minute she sees that, she's gonna freak.
We gotta leave her out of this. As far as Mom's concerned, I felt this side at recess.
You gotta let me do something. Why are they picking on you?
I can take care of myself. It's my little brother I'm worried about. I don't want history to repeat itself.
For the record, I wanted to name you after me. And I held out as long as I could, but your mother, she ground me down like a ton of raw suet!
I'm not here to point fingers, Mr. Stuttlemeyer. I just want to make sure that we have, an understanding.
I'm not sure that we do.
I want my sister's punishment to stick, so you can name the baby. And I want to like that name, and you won't like it when I'm angry!
Isn't that Hulk's catchphrase?
Trust me, you don't want to take off Superman either.
No pressure. No pressure. Stella?
Are you ready to be effortlessly snapped out of tweener ennui? Why are you acting like this? We used to have so much fun together. Stell? Are you in there? Marcy's gonna kill me. Nope, still not here. During times of stress, inhale, hold, release. Sounds simple enough. My yogi claims better breathing can bring greater awareness that leads to a happier life. And if that fails, you can always cheat.
Why are we driving Mom's car?
This is your mom's other car.
Can I get my inhaler back? I kind of need that to live.
We can't let your mother know that she never came home today. Somehow it'll end up being my fault.
Stella might be at the bus station, chasing a myth of freedom and searching for a substitute father figure. She'll find herself mired in a vicious cycle of pimps, hustlers, and dealers.
Don't bait me, Osceola. Hello?
Have you dropped the hammer yet?
Oh, I decided to let her sweat it out a little bit.
Oh, a tough guy, huh? I like it.
Well, maybe she's not the only one who could use a little discipline.
Do me a favor and don't shave tonight. Or I could close the door and tell you what I'm not wearing.
Now's not a good time.
So, how's the family?
Stutts thinks he has the stones to punish our kids, and I find myself in a win-win situation. If he pulls it off, then I don't have to be a bitch all the time. And if he chokes, well, it proves he's useless.
Gee, almost makes me wish I was a breeder.
Thank God I caught you before you did anything stupid.
How did you find me?
Besides causing massive brain tumors, these things work as perfect tracking devices. Why aren't you home watching your brother?
Yeah, who knows what I could have done to myself?
Well, I was already in trouble, so if I got my tattoo right away, I could spend a 2-for-1 deal on my punishment.
But you need to be 18 to get a tattoo, and you can't prove that anymore. LaToya Brown. Come on, we're going home.
Isn't it a little late to try the father routine? I won't go home with you losers. I'll have Jesse drive me.
Jesse? Who's Jesse? You're old enough to drive, and you're hanging around 13-year-olds? What's wrong with you? And why do you look so damned unthreatening?
Leave Jesse out of this! This is my idea.
Oh, so that's how you keep that pretty face of yours. You get little girls to fight all your battles for you.
Get it, Dad. Jesse could kick your ass.
Maybe you ought to put a warning label on your forehead. A public service announcement for all parents of impressionable young daughters.
Why am I not dead?
If we can agree to keep this a closely guarded secret, I won't take the coward's way out and drive us all into Lake Harriet.
Go ahead. I'll roll down a window.
Would you wait for Dad to name the baby before you get your tattoo?
Yeah, with names like Stella Stuttlemeyer and Osceola still smoking in the chamber, who knows what your mother still has left in her clip.
Okay. If you let me get a tattoo.
You know, you may not believe me, but I know what you're going through. When I was your age, I wanted my own breasts. 30 years later, bang, dream came true.
You fell off the slide?
Back ass were down the steps. His teacher saw the whole thing.
I'm gonna call the school board. I will demand they hire catching guards before I sue their fat asses.
It was an honest mistake. Besides, hasn't frivolous litigation done enough to damage this country?
You're just gonna have to wear a helmet whenever you're on the playground.
They need me at the hospital. Who wants to kiss Daddy goodbye? Gee, kinda makes leaving home feel worthwhile.
Stella, you feed the baby while we clean up.
Why? He's not mine.
Because taking care of a baby is the best birth control in the world.
You have no idea what it's like to be my age.
You know, I could remember, but I choose not to. Feed the baby.
How come Aussie never has to take care of little no-name?
Because I don't want my youngest child to have the lifespan of one of Aussie's turtles.
Why do I always have to clean up?
Oh, just be grateful I don't make you wear a helmet while you do it.
Remember when smoking or being a man could be taken for granted? We're trapped in a paradox that makes us capable of ripping open a man's chest to save his life, but unable to hang a towel bar or change an air filter.
We're nothing more than walking semen banks. Maybe I should just cut my losses and let Marcy name the baby.
Quitting will not solve the problem. That'll just leave the battle for control between Marcy and Stella. And you'll become as useless as your own nipples.
But Stella's growing up at hyper speed and I don't know how to slow her down.
Have you tried binding her feet? Well, it sure won't get any easier. Even breathing's not as simple as it used to be.
You got that right, brother.
It's no wonder my kids think I'm a tool. I'm hardly the ideal of masculinity. Thank God my dad's not around to judge me. I loved this smell when I was a kid, along with my dad's Old Spice and the musty scent of aging porno mags. The sense of innocence.
Clark, we have to talk about what happened at school today.
Can't. Focusing on X-ray vision.
I know what it's like to get bullied. Your mother and your sister, they tossed me around like a rag doll. And it's my fault that you turned out this way. But if she finds out what happened, you're going to school in a plastic bubble, and nobody wants that. But if you won't tell me what happened, I can't help.
Every day, the same guys make fun of my name. If I walk away, they follow me. If I stand up to them, I look like this. I hate being a wussy. Why can't I have more of a tough name? Like The Rock, or Sly, or Clark. Everything would be different.
So there's more than one bully, right? And they're not girls or in wheelchairs or anything like that. Oh, thank God. But this superhero route will not work. They have to follow too many rules. You need to learn to embrace your inner supervillain. Let me tell you about the one I discovered when I was growing up. We'll call him Goof Man.
Goof Man.
Every kid in school is deathly afraid of being unique. It opens them wide up to ridicule. And they all obey a unwritten code of conformity like so many suicidal lemmings. But you can learn to harness that fear for your own evil purposes. If you purposely look foolish, you negate all their snide remarks, giving you guts that they'll never have, and a power that they're gonna fear and respect.
Thanks, Dad.
Stick with me, kid. You'll be eating over the sink in no time. You ready for your punishment? What are you hiding?
Nothing.
What kind of nothing? That kind of nothing? $30 worth of nothing.
What are you doing?
If you're determined to grow up so fast, I'm gonna shove you over the edge.
Now this one right here, it only took about 3 weeks to heal.
Ouch. I bet that hurt.
Nah, it wasn't that bad. Now these, they hurt like a sumbitch.
Hold on a second. Tattoos hurt?
Not as much as growing up.
This isn't a good idea.
Oh, you make it sound as if you have a choice.
Yeah, sweetheart. If your boyfriend's willing to front the dough, why not?
You can't force me to get a tattoo. That's branding.
I prefer to think of it as proactive parenting, but I may be open to some sort of compromise.
Like what?
You used to tell me everything, Stella. You were like the son I never had, especially when Ozzy was born. So why are you shutting me out now?
It's just not fair, that's all.
What's not fair?
You guys think I'm old enough to take care of your baby? But you still treat me like one. Why is it that I get stuck with all the drudgery of being an adult with none of the benefits?
Okay, you've got a point. But if your mother finds out about Jessie, she's gonna make my life a living hell. From now on, all boyfriend stuff strictly between us, okay?
Got it.
So, how are we gonna get our old magic back? What do you think? Makes me look pretty tough, huh?
My friends will be so jealous.
What about the baby's name? I thought we had an understanding.
Sorry, Oz. But when your male pattern blindness kicks in, be like none of this ever happened.
Don't worry, guys, I got it.
Only you could manage to turn Stella around and lose our bet at the same time.
My dad would have handled things differently.
Not nearly as well. And that's why I've decided to name the baby after you.
Chester? Really?
Okay, well, we're not gonna actually call him that. I mean, you don't even use it. Oh, rough like sandpaper.
No, I think you like it when I take charge. Makes you feel safe and protected. Like a widow girl.
We'll see how tough you talk after I make you my bitch.
It could be my deplenished oxygen supply talking, but it's so damn peaceful down here. But nothing lasts forever, right? Soon my head will throb, my lungs will burn, and my instinct to survive will drive me from this quiet oasis. Back to a world where I gotta scratch and scrabble just to justify my everyday existence. But I'm getting ahead of myself again. I've gotta learn to enjoy the moment and sort the rest out later.